on Friday, looking at Europe's...
For London football fans, it's the biggest match of the year, the Chelsea-Spurs derby. All seats are sold out, but that doesn't mean you can't get in.
I need tickets for the game. Anybody want seats? Fancy going for me? How many want? Well, it's my mate, but I think he's gone looking for one. How much are these? 40 each, yes, sir. 40 each? We're here for charity today, so I'm only here for charity. I'll have to 40, yes. Which end? Did you do it, sir? Yeah, festivals, are these good tickets though, I mean? Yes, sir, very good, sir. Patience. They're very good, sir. They're very good, West. I just thought that, yeah. No, it looks pretty cultured to me. It's very good, sir. I don't know, come and see me, I've been here 10 years, sir. What you've just seen is now a criminal offence. But it's sometimes the only way football fans such as myself will be able to get into certain Premiership games this season. The big question is, who are the protagonists behind the scene? How much money are these people making, and where are the tickets coming from? I'm going to find out.
It was in the wake of the Hillsborough disaster 7 years ago that a thorough review of football safety by Lord Justice Taylor recommended that touting was made illegal. Taylor said that the activities of touts could lead indirectly or directly to disorder. I make my living as a journalist and musician, but now I'm going undercover to infiltrate the hardest bunch of touts in the Premiership, the petty criminals who make a fortune out of the biggest club in Britain. At Manchester United's Old Trafford headquarters, business is booming. This season, ground capacity has been drastically cut because they're building a new stand, so fans are chasing far fewer tickets. Some of the touts are making up to £2 a week.
Anyone need tickets? Anyone need tickets? Anyone need tickets?
Anyone need tickets? Anyone want seats?
Anyone need tickets?
I think it's quite really.
Tickets still come from inside clubs. It's a historical thing. It's always happened. There's sort of legendary tales of ex-managers who got rid of thousands of tickets for cash in hand. And you can partly understand it. They still got paid more than your average football fan, but all right, you know, not the same as today. But it still goes on. And that I find disgusting. Players are getting paid more in a week than I'd get in a year, still selling tickets for a few £100 cash in hand week after week. And people you admire, not just because of the football, but as people, you know, people you wouldn't expect to do it. People who work for the club, people who work in the ticket office, they give tickets out.
It's my first day posing as a tout on the front line at Old Trafford. A new face is bound to look suspicious. Undercover cop maybe? If anyone asks, I'm now Garth, a washed-up musician down on his luck.
You looking for tickets?
Like other touts, I'm asking for tickets, not offering them, because that's legal. But it lets punters know I'm a tout. I'm deliberately asking the silly price of £80 for 2 tickets, which I know I won't get.
One spare ticket for the match. I'll buy one spare ticket for the match. You looking for tickets? You want to go watch match?
Look here, look at.
How much have you got? I'll let
What you want for
you
them?
have the 2 for 60 quid.
You got a tenner?
No.
Take 40 for them.
No, I can't take 40.
She's offering me 40. The going rate is 60.
Yeah. Boy, I hated doing that. I really hated doing that. But I'm a hustler now, so basically I've got to hustle.
By the next home match, the touts are beginning to notice the new boy on the block. Some of them recognise me from my career in the music biz.
One of the touts, he particularly knows me quite well. And it's funny really, because he's kind of really shocked that I've lowered my standards somewhat to come tout him, and he can't believe how much he reckons I've fallen from grace.
Too hard to come in this game at this late stage, I think. But
Yeah, really? You think I'm doing the wrong thing? Go back to the music, yeah?
no, whatever you got to do, you know what I mean? Whatever it takes. I've been coming here for 10 years. I buy and sell tickets. It's the game I've been in all my life.
Is it?
It's the only game I know. You was in the music
I
game.
know,
This is the game
but
I've been in. And
music's hard, man.
it's as hard as we work what we get.
Yeah,
We go to work, we get it.
yeah.
You know, it's like 6 of us, and it's up to us what we earn.
Yeah. Well, has the football match always paid off good for you then, eh?
Man United's been the best, and I've just done one here today for £1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, a kid before me, Carl, done one for 180.
Shit, it's still paying now.
It's fucking, and the ticket's got £11 on it, the one I had.
Did you get that? An £11 ticket going for 180? This is the guy I need to impress, the so-called kid Carl Ironmonger. He's the one who sold that ticket for 180. I got asked by, I don't know this guy's name yet, but he's obviously one of the big touts. I got asked basically whether I wanted to buy some tickets. I had a gut-wrench feeling that he was trying to suss me out. I feel this guy is well respected by the community at United. So I had to quickly spin a story that I had someone on the inside who was going to hand me a handful of tickets, and I was basically waiting for him to ring me on my mobile. My heart was beating fast, and I think he bought it. I don't think he's stupid. He sort of patted me on the back and said if I had any spare ones, you know, could I let him have them? As I stepped back, I realised that this guy must have been one of the chief guys, because I then began to gain respect of a lot of the other touts. It was almost like an initiation ceremony. From now on, the touts talked to me as one of them. I call this one Bent Nose. He had a phobia about going to Arsenal, the next away game.
You doing Arsenal?
I'll go to Arsenal. It's crooked there. We have a little fucking plainclothes women with little rucksacks. It's worse. It's not like here, mate. You can't open your mouth on it.
Really?
It's hard there, man.
Really?
The fines are heavy there, £750, £1,000. Yeah,
You're joking.
You're going there to earn 300 or 400 quid, you know.
You're joking.
I'll sell a few on the phone and let them run around there.
A few minutes later, Bentnose was discreetly bundled into the back of a police van. Touting was beginning to look a risky business. I still don't know where minor touts like him get their supplies from, but 2 weeks later, I get the first hint of a break. Hanging around the corner of Matt Busby Way, I overhear what sounds like a furtive transaction from the chippy on the corner.
Yeah, so he's got an earring, skinhead, really short, and his name's Griff. If he sat next to you, I told him if I send anyone in to give him the book, right? So that's the book. Number 3. Yeah, it's there. It's in the family stamp. Right, yeah, just tell him that Pete from the shop said to get. Well, he'll ask you. He'll ask you. He's got an earring, short hair, tattoo on his arm. You can't mistake it.
This is what the police fear most, the indiscriminate and illegal sale of a ticket to a stranger right in the middle of the family stand. Highly dangerous if, say, you're the only Spurs supporter surrounded by United fans.
Okay, no tickets left for the match now, no.
No, I just done the last one then.
Shit. Okay then. I mean, were you having it for the European match, you reckon?
The European, possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Any spare ones for that?
I'll give you my number.
Right.
My name's Peter.
Hi, Pete.
It's 4 days later, and I'm back on the corner for my meeting with Pete. I've since found out they call him Pete the Greek. His real name's Peter Christos, and I know he's got a conviction for handling stolen tickets. He's the wholesaler I've been looking for.
Sort it for Monday.
Yeah.
Give me a chance.
Yeah, I'll give you a bit of time.
You definitely want these?
Oh, gosh,
So I don't
yeah.
want to get them without...
No,
you
definitely.
not
European
wanting
match. Definitely, yeah.
Right. Have you got a number I can get in
Yeah.
for you?
It's Saturday the 23rd of September. I'm up here getting myself some tickets. The funny thing about this is that these tickets are going to cost me 175 smackers for 5 first-class tickets.
A lot of money, but I could still make 15 quid a ticket on top. The police think that Pete the Greek just stole tickets for some of the other touts, but it's beginning to look as if he's a major dealer on his own. He sells single tickets to punters and wholesale blocks of tickets to minor touts like me.
Oh, not so bad, not so bad.
There you go, 5 together here for you.
Nice one.
I phoned a couple of times yesterday and I kept getting
I know,
I was getting the answer to the phone. I thought, I won't leave a message, I'll just catch him later
Nice one, nice one. There you are, Pete, 175, just count those, yeah?
All right.
Oh, yeah,
All
nice
together.
one. Yeah, have a count of those, yeah. How are you for Liverpool tickets? Could you sort me out?
Now, they're hard, then. We're talking stupid money. I mean, I've got nothing up to now, yeah?
Yeah.
All I got really for them is books, which I've already sold at 75 each.
Pete's so-called books are season tickets. They contain vouchers for matches right across the season, and each voucher is worth a fortune on the black market.
They won't be any less than £75 each.
Is it really? We're talking silly money for
see,
those?
see, these games are not so bad. You can get tickets for.
Yeah.
But when you're talking of Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, them sort of games, Newcastle, they're all like £75, £100. So when the capacity goes up, then I'll be able to get them cheaper for you, 40, 50 quid.
Right then, okay.
No, I'll let you know. You let me know which you want, and I'll let you know.
Well, I'll give you a bell midweek again.
Yeah.
If I'm passing those up in, and then I'll give me an update and that and stuff. But everything's all right. All right then. Do have a quick count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right then, Pete. Take care, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, because we're getting to know you. I can let you use books sometimes. If I've got any spare books, you can use the books and just drop them back to me.
Nice one.
We'll do it that way.
All right then. Take care, Pete. Speak to you soon. Yeah. There you had it. There you saw it. You saw it for yourself. You saw it for your own eyes. Peter is a lot bigger than a lot of people think. He obviously has a lot of internal contacts. A lot of internal contacts.
The 5 tickets he sold me were still joined together, and they weren't yet on sale at the box office. Pete's contact has good connections. By now, I was beginning to feel a bit more comfortable in my role as Garth the Tout. It wasn't just the touts clocking me. Police surveillance had picked up on me as well.
How you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah. How are you for Sunday?
Now Carl had given me the nod, I was included in the frontline gossip about arrests and police activity.
Were you there? Yeah. Did you see me get nicked?
No, I was away before then.
2:45 I got nicked, left in the lane. 3 days.
I told you, didn't I?
Yeah, but you didn't know it. You didn't know there were D's though. No. You saw the uniform, didn't you? I didn't. I was working well away from the fucking uniform.
What minute you were then?
One, come at me. I said, have you got any ticket? I said, which end? You know. He had a fucking local accent. I said, I said, here, it's 130 quid. Then next news is another fucking 2. Boom, 3 of them. What did they do? Just warn you, or
No, they didn't warn. They don't warn you nothing.
They're bollocking you now, yeah.
I was fucking in. They got the fucking van, cuffed me up and in.
Yeah.
I think they'll make an example of me, don't you?
No, you've got it.
What do you think of that? A grand fine.
Carl needed tickets for the big match, the return of Cantona. He said the players had told him they were only getting 4 complimentaries each.
4 per head to get.
It's all? And they're just clamping down inside now, yeah. Shit. But it's a big one as well. It's a nice match this Sunday.
Yeah. All you need
a
is
good
4
trade.
picks, you got your fucking day's
Yeah,
work.
that's right. I'll see you later.
Give me a shout.
Okay then, later, yeah.
Meeting at this pub, Carl was eager to wholesale me a block of 6 tickets, face value £14 each. I don't know how much he paid, but to me, they were 75. I could easily sell them for 100. Shortly afterwards, for a previous touting offence, he was arrested, convicted and fined £200. A drop in the ocean compared to his profits.
Manchester United Development Association cash dash tickets. Tickets are priced from £1 each for a chance to win £2,000.
The next big match is Middlesbrough at home, so I'm off back to see what Pete the Greek can do for me.
£2.10. Yeah. I've got books, that's all I've got. I've
Talk to me, Pete.
65.
On top of his inside supplier, he's building up a collection of his so-called books, the season tickets.
You can have 4 of the best seats in the ground. How many did you want?
I'm looking at
6.
5 or 6.
That's all I've got is 6.
Have you?
Unless I get any more. See, if anything comes out and it's cheap, yes, I can do it. But nothing's coming out like that.
Do you know any?
I would give you 6 of these
6 books.
which are all good seats, all in town stand. If tickets came up, I'd swap them over. I'd give you tickets around the books, but preferably the books, because I know you'll bring them back to me.
Yeah, I'll bring them back,
So that's a good price, that.
Is there no contacts with any of the lads
There's
inside?
nobody, because
Go on,
they
do you
all
wanna?
want more than that.
Okay.
Random prints. The tip for that, I meant to tell someone before and I forgot. He won't be very happy, will he? I'll tell him later. Sometimes they're dearer, sometimes they're cheap.
So you haven't got like a steady contact that you could like get?
No, we used to have. We got the sack. Everyone bloody got it. He was serving me by myself at one time. I used to buy 200 or 300 off him.
Yeah.
And I used to sell them to nearly everybody else at £25, £30.
Hang on, let's just work that one out. 300 tickets at £10 markup? That's £3,000 for a big home match.
There was thousands coming out. Anyway, got caught. They got the sack. You get a couple complimentaries here, a couple of complimentaries there.
Yeah.
With them being scarce to get, they're expensive.
So the lads getting it, you know, because I mean, they keep saying to me books and stuff, but I don't know how to trust these lot on the front door.
No, I'll do your books. You know my books are right. Mine are used all the time.
Pete boasts a collection of about 7 or 8 season tickets under the counter. But how do the touts get their hands on them?
Lots of people go as families or as groups of friends, so there's maybe 4 or 5 of you who all go together. And for various reasons, maybe somebody's died, and rather than give the book back to the club, genuinely you pass it on to somebody else. For face value, they just take on that person's name. I mean, there are hundreds of people who are dead, who are currently sitting at Old Trafford watching the game, and be dead for maybe 15, 20 years, but that's what goes on. However, if you don't know somebody who wants the ticket, and particularly if finances are getting tight, somebody's died, somebody's decided not to go anymore, got married, had a kid, or moved away, then you can double your money for the season ticket from a tout, and that pays for the other 4 of you to get your season ticket at a cheaper rate. So that's one of the ways they get books. The other way is, again, it's a historical thing. They manage to, bit by bit, collect groups of books until they've got, 20, 30, 40, and regularly they renew them each season purely as a profit-making thing, which they can make a hell of a lot of money on.
A couple of days later, loitering on the front line, someone who'd seen me touting offered me a season ticket book for £100 cash.
Selling tickets?
I'm not left, mate.
Good for you?
I'm not
season ticket.
I'm not left, mate.
I mean, is it any good to you?
What? In what way? You mean just for today or for?
No, it's for the rest of the season, full season book.
How much you want for that, mate?
What do you want? Give me for it. Is it worth to you?
Yeah, but what if I get shocked? Just hang on a minute, Ruthie. What if I get shocked with it though, mate? Is it worth it?
Ah, yeah. Fucking hell, you can sell it. Sell the ticket.
Is it yours though, mate?
Yeah. 350 subs it was. Give me one for it.
Nah, I got one on me, mate. I've only got 20 on me, mate. You ain't gonna take 20 for here.
I'll take 50 quid though.
50 quid for a season ticket? It could be stolen. It was time for another touting tutorial from Pete the Greek.
To me, I'm packing in watching the match day. You can have it for a £1. So I thought, what, a £1? So what? I says, get out. I'll be walking all the way to the slammer with that, mate. It goes,
probably one that someone's either knocked off. They found it, knocked it off. I had one here last year. They took me down to the fucking station. Arrested me. I was in there for 2 hours. These originally, they belonged to a friend of mine, and they were right at the back. They were good seats, and he applied for them too late. Right. They weren't going to let him have it. And that is why they ended up giving him these in the end. You never get season tickets near the front.
No.
They're always in the south upper. The best block. That's where my other ones are. Right. But that's the only ones they could get.
So does he not go and see the match anymore now? No.
He goes now and again. But like I bought them off him.
Yeah.
So I've paid him £35 each.
Not for the whole season.
For every game.
Oh, so it's like timeshare then, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
I'm paying. I mean, I lose out if I don't sell these tomorrow now. But if I done them for 20 quid each, then I've lost £15.
Oh, right.
Now some games I've not used. You know, like number 2, I couldn't get rid of it.
That's right. So
Or I go in. So I don't always win.
So you're losing, like, sometimes you have to make up for what you lose.
And if they get to Wembley,
yeah,
you're all right. You always get your money back. It's like you're saying they cost me £700 each, these books.
Yeah.
After 3 months on the front line, I was beginning to understand the range of profiteering outside the ground. It wasn't always organised. Individuals would even sell tickets in corporate boxes.
Spare ticket, mate. Many spare tickets? How much are you going to pay? How much are you going to want? How much are you going to want? How much do you want for them?
35 quid.
How many have you got?
I've got one. It's in the Stretford Inn. It's in the executive suite.
Only one, though. I've not got two.
No.
Alright, then. So they got
Loads
one.
around earlier on.
You only got one?
Down here early, there was loads around.
No, we need about 2 or 3, don't we?
Yeah.
We've not got 2 or 3 together.
No, but someone's going back there, might know.
Okay. Do you know anybody else who's got 2 or 3 together?
This morning when I come down here, there was loads.
By the time of the cup tie against Sunderland, I had boasted to Pete that I was looking after some wealthy Germans coming over for Euro 96. Eager to please, he offered me a solid block of 44 tickets for the Sunderland game.
What the fuck you got for before? Face value for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're no good to me. Complimentary ones.
Come. So why didn't you phone me then?
I only found out this afternoon. A friend of mine phoned me 20 quid they were. But you
What players were they off? Were they off players or just like
he
lads
gets them
looking?
all the time, but he only likes me to have them if it's somebody I know.
Yeah, so he doesn't get himself.
So I would never sell them anybody else. And he says you can have them cheap for this game, and I wouldn't let you have them for that. But
You
since
see,
you've got
Pete,
four,
you're always telling me when it's bloody to your ways, aren't you?
I still didn't know who Pete's regular inside supplier was. He's obviously got a good source for complimentaries. It could be anyone, security, players, box office staff. I asked him about his old supplier, the one who got the sack.
anyway. But that's how he got the sack, because he used to get so many out of it. You're talking 400 or 500. You're not talking bloody... You're not talking 20 tickets.
No, he was a big player, yeah.
Hey, he wasn't making a lot of money on them. It was only like £3 on top.
Alright then.
If you're getting a £15 ticket and charging 18, 20 quid. Well, I was paying him, I was buying a £16 ticket, I was giving him 20 quid. So I was giving him 4 quid on top.
Per ticket, that?
Per ticket. I was getting 400 tickets a week, a match. You can have 4 of the best seats in the ground. How many did you want?
By now, I wanted the police to look at what I'd found. John Bentham is the chief superintendent who looks after the Old Trafford division.
The cup tie against Sunderland, Pete trusted me enough to offer me a solid block of 44 tickets for the game.
What have you got for before face value for you?
I must confess I was seriously taken aback by that. I had no idea that that sort of thing was possible these days. You know the demand for tickets, you know yourself from your activities over the past few months. And to think that somebody could offer 40 tickets like that out on the open market without any consideration for who those tickets would go to is a very serious worry to me.
It was time to talk directly to the club. Throughout my time as a tout, I'd kept all the details of the tickets and books that had been illegally sold to me. Membership numbers, everything. I wanted Ken Merritt, United's secretary, to trace the guilty men. Because touting is now a criminal offence, I was sure the club would react strongly. They did, but not in the way I'd expected. A solicitor's letter and no comment.
United.
Yeah, can I speak to Mr. Merritt, please?
Who's speaking, please?
It's Gary Thompson from Harcast Productions.
Regarding?
Well, Mr. Merritt's aware. We've been making a programme on ticket touts, and we've written to him a couple of times, and basically ringing him. I'd like to have a chat with him, please.
Hi, man. Hello?
Hello?
Mr. Merritt's asked me to refer you to Mr. Watkins, who's our club director and solicitor.
Okay, can you ask me why Mr. Merritt doesn't want to speak to me, please?
I don't know, he's just asked me to refer you to Mr. Watkins.
But it was Mr. Watkins who'd already told us no comment. 5 months on the front line's been long enough for me. It's a sleazy, greedy, money-grabbing world as you've seen. But if you're a genuine football fan, don't just blame the ticket touts and the spivs I've been hanging with. What about the club? Police sources say the ticket touts could be put out of business tomorrow if the box office records were fully computerised. But no one here seems to care. And all this coming from a club who made £23.5 million profit, and that was on the merchandise alone. I've made my mind up. Have you?
Tickets tonight, buy or sell?
Yeah, he gets them all the time, but he only likes me to have them if it's somebody I know.
Really? Fines are every day, £750, £1,000.
They got the fucking van cuffed me up and in.
We're talking stupid money. I mean, I've got nothing up to now, yeah?
Yeah.
All I got really for them is books, which I've already sold at 75 each. You can have 4 of the best seats in the ground. How many did you want?
In Britain, tough new benefit laws have laid asylum seekers open to abuse by unscrupulous employers.
I'll get £3 for all this work.
The struggle to work is demoralising.
I have to work.
The exploitation is relentless.
You lose £2.
I've been paid only £34 for 3 days cleaning.
2 Bosnian refugees trying to survive but taken to the cleaners in Undercover Britain next Thursday at 9 on 4.
Will Rebel MP Dashwood do the PC thing, or is it all just so much hot air? The dirt diggers are at work in Annie's Bar, next on 4.
Now the end is near, and so face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I'll travel each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way.
Tell me one good thing about your bank.
Most leading engineers are very secretive about what inspires them to build a better car in the future. And the engineers analysing this new Accord have every reason to be secretive, because they didn't build the car. Honda did. The new Accord from Honda, as others are finding out, it's built without compromise.
Tell me one good thing about your bank.
Introducing Fruitful, the delicious new cereal packed with sun-ripened fruit and crunchy golden whole wheat, full of fruit, full of taste. Delicious. Fruitful, new from shredded wheat.
Tell me one good thing about your bank.
What we perceive as a climate of bewildering change, children perceive as normality. The information revolution to them is not a revolution. It's the status quo. The computer screen is not a screen. It's a window. To our children, virtual reality is a reality. These are changing times. Who's got most to learn? These are times to look forward.
See how the savings add up this Easter with Price Check at Summerfield. Like saving £1.30 on a whole fresh chicken. Delicious new potatoes at half price. Summerfield Strawberry Gatto, now half price at just 99p. Tasty mature cheddar cheese, also at half price. And with Summerfield Suave at just £1.99, you save over £5 on these 5 offers alone.
Fantastic. With hundreds of Price Check offers guaranteed every day at Summerfield, the savings really do add up.
Tell me one good thing about your bank.
I like the way they're on call 24 hours a day.
Your salary has been paid in, Dr. Adams. Your balance is £839.
First Direct, 24-hour telephone banking.
The magic of the eclipse is strong.
These badges commemorate each eclipse I've seen.
It has the power to make some of us do the strangest things.
There's a crescent moon tie, which I suppose is particularly relevant to this trip.
Like travel across the globe, chasing a shadow.
It'd be a tragedy if we all fell over each other. Oops. That is exquisite!
A close encounter with the Eclipse Chasers, Sunday at 8 on 4.
Now there's a change to your current affairs viewing. Yes. On BBC 2 Newsnight, the usual worthy mix of highbrow comments and low-life politicians. On Channel 4 Newsnight Light, the usual worthy mix of highbrow comment and low-life politicians. Now the papers.
The new series of Rory Bremner, Who Else, starts Good Friday, 10:30, Channel 4.
You looking at me?
Now and 4, time for a swift half at Annie's Bar.